Hello, good evening. Very welcome. I just started it a little bit early. It's not yet 9:30 my time, but I wanted to make sure that the technique is working, and it's working, so we're live again. Thank you for being with me, and I hope you are interested in the subject of self-hatred, which is not a very nice subject, but it's going to be interesting because there's one major cause that is underneath that all. So, oh yes, time is now up. So I really can start now. So much welcome. Thank you for being here. A special welcome to the people who are new. So if this is your first live webinar with me, welcome. I hope you enjoy it. We're going to do the 9 steps of the MIR-Method together, which makes it stronger for you, because when we do it as a group, it works better. So I really hope it's beneficial for your health. And for the people who have been in these webinars before, welcome. I'm glad you joined me, and I wonder what time it is with you, if it's morning or afternoon or evening, or maybe you woke up in the middle of the night to be with me live. I would like to know that, so if you could send me a comment after this on MIR-Method.com/together, that would be nice, because I really like to know where you are from and what time it is with you, but most of all, what you thought of the webinar, and if you felt something, if you had a certain sensation in your body. I am always curious to know what people notice from the webinar. If you are a MIR-Method coach, welcome. Thank you for being a safety net for people who have strong reactions to the MIR-Method. And I'm glad you helped them to figure out what's underneath all there. I'm going to tell more about that in this presentation, because I want to point out to all the people what MIR-Method coaches can do, because they can really take out the essence, the real root cause of illnesses. So I'm going to explain how that works. When we do the MIR-Method as a group, it works stronger. We feel a strong feeling of connection. So I'm connected to you all now, which is a great feeling, because then we can work worldwide, can we not? We have this big network of all these connecting dots, connecting people together. And that makes us a very strong, powerful network around the whole earth. I really like that idea. And the MIR-Method works stronger when we do it together. And it has a larger effect on to the surrounding people. So people around you, in your family, your friends, but also your neighbors, maybe your village or your city. When you radiate this new energy, it will influence the people around you. And that makes us peace givers. So when you do the MIR-Method, you create peace around you. Is that a great idea? Do you know that? MIR, M-I-R, it stands for peace in Russian. So this is a method of peace, because when you have peace inside of you, you radiate it to the outside. That's how we're going to change the world. Yay! I wish you all a very good immune system. And what you need for a good immune system is relaxation. So make sure you relax. Take your rest. Take time off. Relax your mind, your head, which is always working overtime. Make sure you give yourself some peace and quiet every now and then. Put on some relaxing music. Have somebody massage your body. Take a warm bath. Go walk in nature. All those things are very, very beneficial for your immune system. Detox your body, make sure it cleans itself, inside and out. Please eat healthy food. You can choose it, or you can grow it yourself, and drink water. And most of all, be cheerful. So when you feel down or depressed, please be active in raising your frequency, in becoming cheerful again. So look for these comedians that make you laugh, or ask somebody to give you a big hug, or write a card to somebody you're really grateful for, because thankfulness in your heart also raises your vibration. So think of all these ways to make yourself happy again and cheerful, because that's very beneficial for your health. Now, self-hatred, not a very nice subject, but many people have it. I'm going to show you examples, and maybe you recognize something. Self-hatred is an extremely negative feeling. It's really devastating. When you look at it in colors, it's black, totally pitch dark black. So it also means to be repulsed by, like you really want to push something away. You're so repulsed by it. Now, what happens if it's to yourself? So if you have self-hatred, you are repulsed by yourself. You are disgusted by yourself. That's terrible. It's a terrible feeling. And you shouldn't have that feeling, because you are wonderful, you are valuable, you're a lovable person. So it's very important to change this self-hatred inside you. And that really beneficials your health. Now, how do you recognize that you have self-hatred? Because usually we think it must be huge and big and obvious, but there are very small, insignificant ways to have self-hatred. I'm going to show you some examples. For example, you have an unhealthy lifestyle. You smoke, you drink alcohol, you go to bed really late, so you don't have much sleep, or you sleep really late in the day, or you don't exercise, you choose fast food, don't drink water, drink alcohol. So many things that are very unhealthy for your body. That's what people do who have self-hatred. So they don't care about their body so much. They sort of want to destroy it, really. People who have self-hatred are disgusted by themselves. That's terrible, isn't it? So they have this disgust inside of them. I'm going to tell you in a minute why that is. Okay, so people who have self-hatred don't like themselves. Just think about the idea, you don't like yourself. How sad is that? You don't like yourself. People might be ashamed of themselves. So people are ashamed. They just dare not be in groups anymore because they are so ashamed of themselves. They hide. Isn't that sad? People have low self-esteem who have self-hatred. Low self-esteem. I'm going to show you in a minute why that is. People with self-hatred can develop misophonia, which is an illness, and it has to do with not being able to be around people that make noises, for example, when they eat, when they smack their food. I don't know exactly the word, when they make those noises, they eat with sound. That's what other people really don't like. So especially people with self-hatred, they hate those noises and they are repulsed by it, and they have disgust and they have to leave the table, or they become angry and stop making that noise. Actually, it has to do with themselves. There's something inside them of self-hatred, and that's why they go on to these noises. It's very interesting how that works. And people with self-hatred criticize themselves, like nothing they do is good. There's always something that's wrong. Always a small mistake or something they need to show to other people. Look, I made this dress, but look at the hem, it's not done well. So there's always something they put themselves down. I hope you don't recognize too much of it, but so some of these are very invisible ways of self-hatred. Now, which kind of people hate themselves? Which kind of people can hate themselves, I should say? It's usually people who don't fit in, who have been told all their lives that they are different, that they should behave, they should cooperate. And these children, I'm talking about children, they have been taught that they are not normal and that they are problems and that they are, well, sort of not worthy. And that's, for a child, that's something terrible to learn. So when it's a child who's very lively, it can be that the parents are like, oh my God, please calm down for a minute. And this child learns, I am a nuisance, I bother my parents, I'm in their way all the time. Let me just check, because I was saying something about that. Oh yeah, I'm about to say something else. So these are the people who may hate themselves. They don't fit in, they have a low self-esteem, and they don't feel loved. When they have these three items, that's a possibility they might have self-hate. And I'm going to show you why that is. Why do people hate themselves? It's because of lack of love. So they missed out on father love or mother love, or maybe both. And that's a terrible thing to experience. It might be because father or mother was too busy with work, or please go read a book or something, get out of my way, I'm so busy. Or I just came home from work, so stop bothering me, go get yourself a meal. You're in my way, just... So these children, they are feeling rejected all the time, they are feel they are in their way. And that these parents cannot do so much about it. Maybe they are in a very large family, so there are a lot of brothers and sisters. They all need attention, so yeah, that's when you start lacking love as a child. Sometimes parents don't hug their children because they have never learned it themselves. They hadn't had love themselves. So that's when you start feeling not loved, when you were never hugged, when you never have a word of caring or kindness. That's when you start to feel lack of love. So what does a child conclude when it doesn't have that much love in the upbringing? The conclusion is, I'm not worthy of love. So that's what a child starts to believe. I'm not worthy of love because my parents, they didn't give it to me. So there must be something wrong with me, why I didn't get this love. And then a child starts to look for proof. There must be proof why I am not loved. And the child will start to find reasons why it's not valuable. For example, I'm not intelligent enough, or I am lazy, or I'm always in the way of my mother. She never likes it when I'm around. Maybe it's better that I don't exist at all. I'm redundant. So there are many proofs that a child can find to understand why it doesn't get love. It must be something inside. So a child will find the proof inside of itself why it's not loved. This is so intensely painful for a child. And there is a way to get it out of the child, but when you grow up as an adult, it still sticks with you until you look at it and you can let go of it. Now, children who have grown up with self-hatred or with lack of love, they will start to punish themselves. That's very likely because they don't like themselves. Because they were redundant or in the way of their parents. Yeah, well, I shouldn't be here really. And they sort of start to punish themselves because they really don't like themselves. What they, for example, do is they don't allow something. So people with self-hatred, they don't allow themselves to have a party or to buy something they really like. They say, oh yeah, you go ahead, buy it because you really earn it, deserve it. But they don't do that for themselves, so they skip themselves. They hurt their own body, for example, pinching, really pinching, you're holding your arm really tight, or cutting the skin, or beating their own body. They can withstand extreme pain. So going to the dentist is it's like a sport to them. See how much pain I can withstand. And sometimes they go extreme into self-mutilation. But it's very important to see that it's not always these extreme ways of punishment, but there is self-hatred underneath. So look at those smaller, more insignificant ways of self-punishment. For example, there's a typo. Pulling ugly faces in the mirror, like, oh, I don't like you. Ugh. You look stupid today. Ugh. So when you do that, there's this image looking back at you, pulling these ugly faces. That's a very nasty way of treating yourself. There are also people who never look in the mirror. So they just don't look at themselves. They ignore themselves. And that's interesting too. Because when you don't see yourself, there's also some punishment in it. So it's a hard thing. Some people are focusing on a body part that they hate. Oh, my nose is so big and crooked. I don't really like it. Whilst their eyes are beautiful, their mouth is beautiful, their hair is beautiful, but the nose, no, my nose. Or, oh, my ears. I've got these sticky out ears myself. And I like them though. They're funny flappy ears. But it's so important to realize that if there's just one thing in your body you don't like and you focus on that all the time, actually that is a way of, it's a kind of self-hatred. So very important to realize that. Eventually it's important that we love our entire body, no matter what it looks like. Because then you really love yourself. There are also people who pull themselves down with words. So for example, you have cooked a meal, you put it on the table, and immediately you say, oh, well, I don't think it's really nice because I think I messed up with the herbs and I think I didn't cook it long enough, so well, I hope you like it. So immediately, the moment you present the food, no matter how much time you spent, no matter how much effort you did, you immediately start to pull yourself down with words. And that's an indication that there is a lack of self-esteem. And for example, also the people spend too much money. So they spend so much money that they're always in problems with lack of money. That's also a way of self-punishment. Now, if you want to address this self-hatred, you can go to a MIR-Method coach. They also work by telephone and by Skype and Zoom. So you don't have to leave your house. You don't have to travel to them. And this MIR-Method coach can find, together with you, the root cause, which is an SEE. And SEE stands for a significant emotional event. And that's one moment in life where something happened that was very significant and that made you change into self-hatred. A MIR-Method coach can find this event and can help you erase it so that the self-hatred has no reason to exist anymore. That's wonderful work, so please take this seriously and give it a try with those coaches. You can find them at MIR-Method.com/guidance. That's where you can find the coaches. If you want to be a MIR-Method coach, please let me know, because I have recorded 2 courses now in Dutch, and I am planning to make subtitles, and it helps me if you let me know that you want to do the course, because then you motivate me to make these subtitles earlier, and then I can give out these courses in English as well. Okay, what can you do about self-hatred? What can you do with yourself? So without a coach, you can do step 3, detach father, detach mother. And with step 7, you fulfill basic needs, which means you implicitly fulfill father love, fulfill mother love, you fulfill self-love, and you fulfill self-esteem. So all these things are included in step 7. So whenever you do the 9 steps, you already work on letting go of this self-hatred. Yes. Okay, let's do this now. We're going to do the MIR method together, and that means it works stronger. And this time we focus on the self-hatred, and we're going to make this leave our system. No more self-hatred, and in comes the self-love. Because you are a valuable person, you're wonderful, and it's time you really feel it on the inside. All right, we're going to do the MIR method. Stroke yourself really gently. And we're going to start with step 1. Here we go. Optimize acidity. Optimize acidity. Optimize acidity. Detox all toxicity. Detox all toxicity. Detox all toxicity. Detach father. Detach father. Detach father. Detach mother. Detach mother. Detach mother. Clear meridians. Clear meridians. Clear meridians. Supplement all shortages. Supplement all shortages. Supplement all shortages. Balance hormone system. Balance hormone system. Balance hormone system. Fulfill basic needs. Fulfill basic needs. Fulfill basic needs. Optimize chakras and aura. Optimize chakras and aura. Optimize chakras and aura. Clarify mission. Clarify mission. Clarify mission. All right. Well, I hope it does you very much good. If you want to be a MIR method coach, for now you can look at the courses Additional Techniques course and the Deep Understanding of the MIR method. Those 2 are courses on the MIR method website in English. So you can already make a start. The next webinar will be not in 2 weeks, because I'm going to take a short vacation. I'm not going anywhere, just going to take some rest. And Friday, March 18th will be the next webinar. So I hope you will be back with me again within 4 weeks. Friday, March 18th at 9:30 my time. All right. If you would like, please leave a comment on the website, MIR-Method.com/together. I really would like to know where you live and what did you feel from this webinar. And do you recognize something of the webinar, or is it totally new and not recognizable? I hope, because then you don't have self-hatred. Well, I'm wishing you a very great self-esteem. I hope you really love yourself. I hope you radiate it to others so they can love themselves too. And that way we can make this huge community of humanity all loving themselves and being happy together. Because we are going that way. We are evolving in that direction. I know the future is going to be really wonderful with all these people that love each other and love themselves. What a wonderful world it is, and it's going to be even better. All right, I hope you sleep well if it's night with you. I hope you have a great day if it's in the morning with you. And I hope to see you again in the next webinar. Until then, wishing you a wonderful time, and I wish for you to become stronger and stronger every day. Have a great time. Till next time. Bye bye.